And I cannot believe that I'm now sitting here on television reporting to you the news that I heard about 10 minutes ago. And that Stuart Scott has died. One of the most joyful, full of life individuals I have ever come across. Lived his life the way his parents wanted him to live it, the way he felt he should live it. He broadcast the same way, a groundbreaking broadcaster in the world of sports television. I love this man. I still love this man. And the fact that he has passed away is absolutely mind-boggling and a travesty. He battled cancer as bravely as anybody else. And I know there are many people out there who are battling cancer right now and Stuart would want you to know to keep fighting. Keep fighting, and that he didn't lose this battle of cancer. He fought it as bravely as he possibly could. Pray for Stuart and his family, his parents, his siblings, his girlfriend, his ex-wife, everybody who he loved. And that includes you, the sports fans, even those who hated on him. He thrived on it. That's because he is who he is and was, I can't believe it's the past tense, who he was. Stuart Scott is dead at the age of 49. I love you, Stuart.
It's easy to think of the courage that he showed as he fought cancer, but I'm going to remember him for the true professional that he was, the good, kind person that he was, the dad that he was. I think he took more pride in that than anything else. There is certainly a sense in this building of tremendous loss. We're all going to feel it for a while.
As a person who wanted to be a broadcaster, he was a role model for me. He talked on SportsCenter like me and my friends talk. He did it his way and was great at it. That there never will be another Stu. There is no next man up at ESPN. There'll never be another Stu Scott.
Like CeCe said, one of the things that Stu told me when I first took this job was to not change who I was. Be exactly who I'm supposed to be. That looking at him and knowing that he was able to bring the hip-hop culture, that urban feel to television sports broadcasting, something that's never been done before, gave me the hope that I didn't have to be some corporate guy to feel like I needed to wear the white shirt with the red tie and sit there and talk a certain way. I have 2 daughters of my own, and I know Stu had 2 kids. And anytime you leave this earth and you leave them behind, it's gonna hurt. And I know the way he loved his kids, because we talked about it a lot, Boom. And, you know, it's hard right now. I'm trying to find words.
We lost a football game, but we lost more this morning. I think one of the best members of the media I've ever dealt with, Stuart Scott, passed away. That's more real than a football game. You guys lost a great ally and a friend. We lost one too.
It's a blow to all of us. A lot of us grew up watching Stu, and he just transcended everything. And it's a huge loss to the sports community.
I certainly grew up wanting to be on SportsCenter just to, have him comment on a highlight or 2 of mine.
You want to celebrate, Stuart for what he stood for, and what he stood for was awesome. This man,
Stuart, was one of the greatest human beings that you'll ever meet. He's obviously a talented reporter and commentator, and people loved watching him and hearing his voice.
He's really changed the vernacular of sports and add such a kind of a hip hop culture, to the sports game.
He brought a style to ESPN, and to me, it's been imitated. And when that happens, that means that you're pretty much on top.
Michael Jordan issued a statement yesterday saying, "I'm so sad to hear the news that Stuart has passed away. He was truly a trailblazer in his field, and by refusing to change his style, made himself into a star. I always enjoyed sitting down to talk to him, but to me, he wasn't just a broadcaster. He was an old friend who I'd known since college. He fought so hard against cancer, and I hoped he'd win the battle. I send my sincerest condolences to his daughters, Taylor and Sydney, and his family and friends. Booyah, my brother."
My family was moving from Connecticut to Arizona to be closer to my show in Los Angeles, and my 10-year-old son, Nicholas, had to say bye to his best friend across the street. And he came back sobbing, and Stuart said, "I got it." And he just sat down with them. And he spent 20 minutes sitting there with Nicholas, helping him feel better. Stuart was at my house for 3 hours that day, and I knew he didn't look right. He was in pain. He could hardly stand up, but he did it, and he sat there for my kid.
The 2014 Jimmy V Perseverance Award to Stuart Scott.
Thank you. Every day I am reminded that our life's journey is really about the people who touch us. I listened to what Jim Valvano said 21 years ago. The most poignant 7 words ever uttered in any speech anywhere. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Those great people didn't. Coach Valvano didn't. So to be honored with this, I now have a responsibility to also not ever give up. I also realized something else recently. You heard me kind of allude to it in the piece. I said, I'm not losing. I'm still here. I'm fighting. I'm not losing. But I got to amend that. When you die, that does not mean that you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live. But even with all that, the fight is still much more difficult than I even realized. What you didn't see in the piece is what's gone on probably the last 10 days. I just got out of the hospital this past Friday. 7-day stay. Man, I crashed. I had liver complications. I had kidney failure. I had 4 surgeries in a span of 7 days. As of Sunday, I didn't even know if I'd make it here. I couldn't fight. But doctors and nurses could. The people that I love, my friends and family, they could fight. My girlfriend, who slept on a very uncomfortable hospital cot by my side every night, she could fight. The people that I love did last week what they always do. They visited, they talked to me, they listened to me, they sat silent sometimes, they loved me. This whole fight, this journey thing is not a solo venture. This is something that requires support. I have one more necessity. It's really 2. 2 very vibrant, intelligent, beautiful young ladies. The best thing I have ever done, the best thing I will ever do, is be a dad to Taylor and Sydney. It's true. I can't ever give up because I can't leave my daughters. Taylor and Sydney, I love you guys more than I will ever be able to express. You 2 are my heartbeat. I am standing on this stage here tonight because of you. My littlest angel is here, my 14-year-old. Sydney, come up here and give Dad a hug because I need one. Thank all of you. Have a great rest of your night and have a great rest of your life.